Hello everyone, I'll be reading the rest of chapter 1 for Introduction to Nursing, for Nursing Assistant Care, the Basics by Hartman's the book. Okay, so the right to participate in their own care. Residents have their own right to participate in planning their treatment, care, and discharge. Residents have the right to see and sign their care plans after all significant changes. Residents have the right to inform risk and benefits of care and treatment, including treatment options and alternatives, and choose the options they prefer. Informed consent is the process of which person, with the help of a doctor, makes informed decisions about their health care. This protects the patient's legal and ethical right to direct in what happens to their body. Residents have the right to request, refuse, and discontinue treatment and care. They can refuse, restrain, and refuse to participate in experimental research. Residents have the right to be told to changes in their condition and have the right to review their medical records. They have the right to choose and change their providers at any time. The right to make independent choices. Residents make choices in their doctor's care and treatments. They make their personal decisions such as to what to wear, how to spend their time. They can join their community activities both inside and outside the care facility. They have the right to reasonable accommodations to their needs and preferences. They can vote in federal, state, and local elections. They have the right to participate in a residence or family groups such as resident council, and resident council is a group of residents who meet regularly to discuss issues related to long-term care facility. This council gives residents a voice in facility operations, opportunity to provide suggestions on improving care. The right to privacy and confidentiality. Residents have the right to speak privately with anyone. They have the right to privacy during avoiding unnecessary exposure of the resident during care, and the right to confidentiality regarding every aspect of their lives. Their medical and personal information cannot be shared or anyone in the care team. Residents have the right to privacy, which includes private communications with anyone. They have the right to send and receive mail that is unopened. The right to dignity, respect, and freedom. Residents who have been respected and treated with dignity by caregivers. Residents must not be abused, mistreated, or neglected in any way. The right to security of possessions. Residents' personal possessions must be safe at all times. Facilities must be making effort to protect residents properly from loss or theft. Possessions cannot be taken used by anyone without residents' permission. Residents have the right to file a complaint of the possessions that have been used without their consent. Residents have the right to manage their own finances or choose someone else to do it for them. Residents can request the facility handle their own money. If the care facility handles the residents' financial affairs, residents must have access to their accounts and financial records, and they must receive quarterly statements among their other things. Residents must have the right to not be charged for any care that is covered by Medicare or Medicaid. Rights to transfers and discharges. Residents must have the right to be informed and to consent of any location changes. Residents have the right to stay in care facility unless the transfer of discharge is needed. Residents can be moved to facility due to safety reasons, their safety or other safety, and their health has improved or worsened, or if payment has not been received for a determined period of time. The facility must develop an effective discharge plan for it involves each resident goals and preferences. This plan must be regularly reviewed and updated as appropriate. If the resident is planning to stay for a facility long to discharge, it's only to be created to keep the resident's preferences in mind. The right to complain. Residents have the right to make complaints and voice grievances without fear of their safety and quality of care they will receive. Facilities must work quickly to address their concerns. The right to visits. Residents have the right to visit from doctors, family members, including spouses or domestic partners, friends, ombudsman, clergy members, local representative, legal representatives, or other person. Visits cannot be restricted, limited to be denied based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, or disability. Rights with regard of social services. The facilities must also provide residents with access to social services. This includes counseling, assistance, and social solving problems with others. Help contact legal, financial professionals.
You have a new word.
Okay, so never abuse a resident physically, psychologically, verbally, or sexually. Watch for and immediately report any signs of abuse or neglect. Call the resident by the name the resident prefers. Use pronouns the resident prefers: he, him, she, her, they, or them. Involve residents in planning. Allow residents to make their any choices possible as when, where, and how care is performed. Always explain the procedure to a resident before performing it. Do not unnecessarily expose a resident while giving care. Respect a resident's refusal of care. Okay. Residents have legal right to refuse treatment and care. However, report the refusal to the nurse immediately. Tell the nurse that the resident has questions, concerns, or complaints about the treatment or goals of care. Be truthful when documenting care. Do not talk gossip about residents. Keep all resident information confidential. Knock and ask for permission before entering our resident's room. Always respect residents' privacy. Knock before entering rooms, even if the door is open. Do not accept gifts or money from residents. Do not open a resident's mail or look through their belongings without asking. Respect residents' personal possessions. Handle them gently and carefully. Keep personal items labeled and stored accordingly to facility policy. Report observations about a resident's conditions of care. Help resolve disputes by reporting them to the nurse. Residents' rights, patients' rights, maintaining boundaries. In professional relationships, boundaries must be set. Boundaries are limits within relationship. Nursing assistants are guided by ethics and laws that set limits of their relationships with residents. These boundaries help support a healthy resident-staff relationship. Working closely with residents on a regular basis may help more difficult to honor the boundaries to professional relationships. Residents may feel the nursing assistants as there are friends. If a staff member or the residents become personally involved with each other, it becomes more difficult to enforce the rules. The resident may expect the NA to break the rules because she thinks they are friends. Emotional attachments or residents are unprofessional or weaken the NA's judgment. The NA should be friendly, warm, and caring with residents, but they should behave professionally and stay within limits of set boundaries. Facility rules and the care plan's instructions should be followed. They are in place for everyone's protection.